White people, remember when I told you to stop playing in black people's face? I really meant that. Patty LaPone needs to go to therapy. And if she's in therapy, because she didn't mention therapy in the New Yorker profile, but if she's in therapy, then she needs to stop paying a therapist to coddle her, and she needs to get a real therapist because she is dealing with trauma that she has not unpacked from her childhood and taking it out on the world. And it is a very sad thing to witness. One thing that I've really realized is that white fragility and racism and white privilege has been given so much space in this world, in our society. I won't make America the world because I hate how self-important we feel here in this country. But my God, I read that article, and a couple of things that stuck out to me is just like how mean that lady is. First of all, it's just mean. And also, so how unself-aware she is and unself-reflective. Like, how do you get to change the sound design of a Broadway show because you don't like how loud it is next door to the play that you're starring in, that you produced, and decided to play next to a musical? So then you send flowers to remind them that you had the power to make them do what you wanted them to do. So funny. And Keisha Lewis speaking out about that, I think was like the best thing that could have ever happened, because all of this is because of that. And just reminding people that you don't get to just be an asshole and not go unchecked. And then to double down on the racism and feel so threatened by this black woman that you have to make yourself important by adding up the number of Broadway shows that you've done incorrectly and compare them to the number of Broadway shows that this black woman has done incorrectly. And it makes me laugh that in a society where you would definitely get more opportunities to have more Broadway shows because you're a white woman, that you think you've done something. That's so funny to me. And to devalue the work that this black woman has done by questioning the fact that she had the audacity to tell the truth in calling herself a Broadway veteran because she's been on Broadway for 40 years. And I think this is so funny because I've done 3 Broadway shows. As if anybody ever tried to tell me that I'm not a Broadway veteran after the 3 Broadway shows that I've done, it would just make me laugh, because just because you don't think I'm a veteran doesn't take away from the fact that I'm a Broadway veteran. So it's like, lady, are you crazy? How many, here's my question for that thought. It's like, how many Broadway shows does it take for somebody to be a veteran? If you've been on Broadway, you're a veteran of the Broadway stage. So what are you talking about? And I'm telling you right now, delusion is a shame. Ooh, to have you doing some crazy things. I read the article and all I could think was, again, she needs to be in therapy, because the dissonance in her life is so loud that it's deafening to her. How do you, in the same breath, say, oh, Times Square has just become too loud and there are people walking in the middle of the streets, and I just get on my bullhorn and tell them to get the fuck out the way? How do you get to yell loudly on a bullhorn at the loud people that you hate that are walking in the street that you're driving down, and think that that makes sense to even use that as an example? I don't know. Privilege inside of whiteness is such a terrible disease. It really is.